Last time, this be the last video I make.
Alright. Alright, y'all, what's up? It's your boy. Y'all already know what time it is. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, and then hit that notification bell so you can be notified when your boy drop a video. Because you know YouTube don't be sending out all the notifications. Y'all know how this go. Alright? Or you can call, and I go by the name of Mr. Essentia, who sent you. Okay? Alright? Y'all know what time it is. So, we have a situation right here. This is a father of 3 kids, and he's dealing with a situation with the mother that's ongoing. Okay, we gonna talk about it. I want y'all to put it in your brain. This is a father who's fed up with the mother of his kids. Okay, he's fed up, and this is the way he wants to handle it. We're gonna talk about it. There's different people have different methods of how they want to handle things, and what we do as people, as consumers, we watch the video and then we condemn. We watch videos and condemn people. I can't believe this. And now you weak as hell. You don't know until you in that position how you gonna react. You can simulate anything you want. You can simulate it. We went to school. Remember driver's ed simulating? It ain't nothing like the real thing, is it? Huh? Remember driver's ed? You can simulate. Oh, this is cool. It ain't nothing like the real thing, is it? Okay. So you can simulate what you would do in this situation until it really happens. And most people would tell you, I thought I would do this, and I end up doing that. I thought I would say this, I end up not saying nothing, or I end up saying this. It's easy to simulate things. So we're going to watch this with with an open mind, and we're not going to be so judgmental like we were programmed to do. Okay? Now, this is a father who's tired of the mother of his 3 kids cheating on him and not respecting who he is. And we're going to talk about that. Let's watch the video.
God rest my soul. Wook, Ovia Foreman, you are responsible for your part in this too. You chose to be a destroyer, right? It's okay, fine. You hold this, take this with you. Tata, wow. You're a habitual cheater, and you have given yourself to men. You've given me STD behind this shit. Like, I'm not paranoid.
See? This is a man who has been dealing with the mother of his kids not respecting him and not respecting their relationship. And I know some of y'all might say, why you just didn't leave? I watch the comments a lot on social media, and I see how y'all so judgmental. I see it. Why you didn't leave? Stupid. Duh. Again, it's easy for you to sit from your couch or wherever you at to judge somebody in their situation. It's so easy, isn't it? Essentia, who sent you. Now, let's talk about my man dealing with a situation that he's tied to with 3 kids. And then he said she even gave him an STD because she keeps sleeping around and coming back home. And he still stayed. Some people would have left. Some people forgive. Some people stay. We're not going to penalize my brother for staying in something that was harming him. Can't penalize. Because I know we're taught to say mean things to people with these type of videos. And he said, he's mentally ill. Oh! Nah. In this channel, we're going to switch it up. This is a situation where my man had his feelings tied intact. Anybody who ever been in love know what having your feelings intact feel like. So we gonna come from that aspect. So he has his feelings intact. And he really digs this woman to the point they had 3 children together, and he loves the idea of having a family. You know, people like to talk about family. But she wants to do other things besides that family. And he ain't digging it, but he don't want to break up the family. See, right there, that happens a lot from the female side. And see, people, they don't like to talk about the male side where we are the ones being victimized, just like the females are being victimized and stuff like this. Yeah, males get victimized too, if you didn't know. Males be in there fighting for relationships too, if you didn't know. But society like to show one-sided of data. And that's why we have these crazy conversations on podcasts, because society likes to show one-sided data. And they push it, and then you have these conversations. See, that's the problem with society. And this is why you have those shows of men going after women and women going after men, which is fine. It's healthy conversation. But they don't put out both sides of the data where more conversations can make more sense from both sides. Because men go through it and so do women in a lot of conversations, both sides. But right now we're just talking about the men. He's fed up, y'all, and he's tired. So he took to social media to let y'all know this is his last video. This is his last time he gonna cry. And this is the last day he gonna cry about any of the things that she's doing. Okay? This happens to men too.
All right, cuz, you hear me? You fucked another recklessly. I forgave you for it. You won't even come home, baby. You won't even come home like I'm a sucker. So watch this, Scalar. Watch this.
City police say Little John.
Before we continue, she stopped coming home. I don't know if for weeks or 4 days, whatever, but she stopped coming home. Isn't that what a lot of women feel like that? Well, there's men out here that get done just like that, and they lose. Because I'm one of those men who try to fight for the relationship, and the woman is giving me a big birdie. So I know how he feels. I don't have kids, so when it comes to the kids, I can't speak on that because I don't have any kids. But when it comes to being in a relationship and you trying to make it work and the female is not, I do understand what he's talking about. Because I've been that guy trying to fight for a relationship while they just do whatever and say, whatever, pass the lease away, and you still trying to fight it. I understand them. I understand when feelings can get in the way of rational thinking. I understand because I've been there too, where my feelings was in the way of rational thinking. We not going to deliver like the world wants us to deliver on these stories. We going to deliver it for people understanding. We going to come from the perception and the reality of understanding before we cast judgment, pass judgment. We want to understand because that's what it's about. Not always judging somebody and saying, they stupid, they dumb. No. I understand why the brother is feeling like this because I was in that situation fighting for something that didn't want to fight for me. I was fighting for something that didn't want to fight for me. And that is a crazy type of situation to be in, to fight for something that don't want to fight for you or the thing that you're fighting for. Essentia, who sent you? That's why I say love yourself more than any relationship. Because these relationships can have you wired.
The three kids and their mom all live together. They were called after Little John went Facebook Live, making threats to kill himself and the kids. Officers sending the helicopter for a bird's eye view and were in the process of getting an Amber Alert out. But that call came in just minutes too late.
The vehicle the man was driving pulled up into a neighborhood and parked at 411. This would have been about 3 minutes before police were notified. Sadly, he executed his own children and then turned the gun on himself.
The oldest child, just 6 years old.
The officers and detectives, they just look more heartbroken than anything.
It's even worse to open the door and actually bear witness to that scene and actually see with your own two eyes what's happened there.
Okay, that's the end of the video. He executed his own 3 kids and himself. The oldest was 6 years old. The rest was younger than that. All because the mother would not treat him like he wanted to be treated. She would not date him like he wanted to be dated. She would not love him like he wanted to be loved. She would not respect him like he wanted to be respected. And she went out and did whatever she wanted. Even brought him back a couple of diseases. And he still took her back. And she's still out there doing whatever she wanted. There's men who go through this too, not just women. It's a lot of men getting dogged out by women right now. A lot of men. So when we talk about relationships and this and that, we need to put out the proper data. Not just what they want or what you want. Put out the proper data. That way the conversation can be more genuine. It can be more pure, right, and exact. We have too many bickering from this, and this, which is fine. But can we start putting out the proper data now? You get mad at Kevin Samuels. You get mad at this person. You get mad at the female who says this. You get mad at this female who say that. I understand. But can we start putting out the proper data now? Aren't y'all tired of doing this, knowing what the proper data is? You don't need the consensus to tell you what it is when we are living it. Why do we look for a consensus to tell us what it is when we live it? I don't have to be in that type of relationship to know that it happens on both sides, because we live life every day. You watch people explain their situations every day. In the entertainment world, you see all types of stuff. So do you know it goes on both sides of the street? So why is people still giving improper data on relationships when they see that it's both sides of the story? Now, I understand if you're talking about one particular gender, cool, I understand that. Today we on the females, tomorrow we on the females, I get that. But we're going to have to start putting out the proper data when it comes to these relationships and dealing with certain type of things in relationships. We got to stop. We got to start highlighting the other side in the relationship too. We need to start doing that, because then the conversations can be more, productive. It can be more productive and more understanding before passing judgment needs to happen in these discussions too. Even in a comment section. With that being said, we don't know how the mother feels about this, even though he said that she stays away from them. Some people will blame the mother, and I definitely understand that, because this situation happened because you was doing something. But taking your own children, I don't condone taking your children out. I don't condone that. I don't condone taking yourself out, because I used to be like that, take myself out. Because at one point in my time, I wanted to take myself out too. So I do understand people who want to say, I'm done, I'm out of here. I'm never going to make fun of them, because I lived the suicide life. So I understand when you get to a breaking point, it's a wrap. I understand that. I'm not going to call him foolish. I'm not going to call him weak, because I lived that suicide mentality before. And I was ready to leave too. Just so happened something came in my brain and made me say, nah, you got to fight this out. I would never be here if I would have got a different picture, vision in my head. I might not be here today. But I had a different vision in my head that made me stay alive and just fight whatever I was going through. I had to fight through it. I wanted to quit too. Everybody's not strong enough to outlast the situation that wants them to take their life. But you got people in the world who just don't understand. They want to judge before understanding. And if you ain't never been through it, you're not going to fully understand why they react how they react, because you haven't even been through that. So you can't even fully understand it. You can get a little bit of understanding, but again, you can't. If you haven't put your feet through that fire, you haven't walked through that fire, you're not going to understand. And then another thing before we go, even if you do walk through the fire, you might do this and they might do that. Ain't no passing judgment, man. I understand the man was fed up, and this is the best way he knew how to get rid of his ongoing pain, is to take everything out, to erase everything. Now she can go do whatever she wants, because I assume that's how he felt. Some people feel like that. Oh, you want to do that? Well, I'm gonna take everything out and you just continue. Maybe that's how he felt. A lot of stories, women and men take their children out. Me personally, I can't body my child. I can't do that. Especially if they innocent in the situation, just because I'm madly in love. No, this is why I teach you. This is why I tell you, love yourself more than any relationship. This is why I tell you, because I've been through relationships that drove me crazy. I wasn't eating. I was losing my mind. We should never let a human being that we date or marry get us in a position where we're going to lose our minds and then take out everybody. That's why I tell you, love yourself more than any relationship. When it's making you sick, get away. If it's making you sleepless, get away. It's making you stressed, get away. Things like this can be avoided if you put yourself up here. Not before your kids, but before your spouse. You would not stress me out. You would not make me sick. You would not make me lose my mind. You would not make me go to jail, and you would not make me commit suicide. Before I do any of these things, I'm leaving your ass. We got to start learning that. We got to start loving ourselves more than any relationship. With that being said, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. The Cash App and the PayPal will be in the description box if you want to leave a donation. You can also hit the super chat down there with the $ in the middle of a heart. If you got Zelle, just use the email in the description box if you want to send money the Zelle way. With that being said, man, I see y'all next video. Love yourself more than any relationship.